Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel once again. So you can see what we have here. So let's quickly get started. Welcome back once again. Yes. So if you've not watched the drafting, please click on the link below to take you straight to the drafting tutorial. So I've transferred it to the fabric and see what you have. It's time to stitch. So I added 2 inches size seam and half-inch seam allowance on each dart line. Excuse me. So I will take it to my machine, stitch all round, okay, and show you guys. So you can see we are done stitching that part. So this is the second, the other piece. The same thing to the lining. Just the lining just 1 inch shorter. That is just the difference. It's the same thing. So I will stitch my lining as well with an half-inch, okay. But first you pin this way, join it. So this is it. So the side seam is this. Okay, you can see the seam allowance that I added. Okay, it's just 2 inches. So this is the center piece. So the black part, you can see the black crepe that I used there. Is option. I just did that. Yes, you decide to create your own style, as I said during the drafting. So this is the overlapping part. Okay, so this is side seam. Make sure you mark. Yeah, but this part, this is not that difficult, but the fabric can be confusing because it's different part. You can see what I did there. I marked it there. So I will stitch as well half-inch and show you guys. So you can see, guys, I'm done joining the front panel. Yes, so this is the overlapping part. The part that I attach the black crepe is the lapel part. Okay, the other part, which is the overlapping part, because it's two different color. This part is just plain with an ankara. So you decide to use plain part on that part, so it's optional. Okay, do not be confused. So I hope to introduce the back panel side seam, but before then I will do the same to the lining because it's inseam, that is seamless sewing. Okay, so this is the back panel side seam, you can see. So I'm making sure I don't place it wrongly here. So this is the side seam of the back panel. Do not be confused. This is the center back. The center back, I cut it open, is into two. Yes, so the center back is into two. So I'm just trying to arrange it for better understanding. Okay, so you decide to leave your center back just one piece, all depend on your preference. So let me quickly introduce it. Adjust my camera. You can see. So this is side seam of the back panel. So I'm just making sure my camera is well positioned. So the side seam of the back panel is this. Okay, so I have to put this aside. Okay, so I will be marking 2 inches from the armhole to the M line. Yes, because I added 2 inches as my seam allowance. Okay, so if you use 1 inch as seam allowance, that's what you should sew with. Whatever you added as your seam allowance is what you should work with. Okay, so I will stitch it to join the one of this back panel side seam. So here we are. Okay, because it's in seam, okay, I have to maintain seam allowance. So this is my center back. But if you are working with crepe, please add a stitch to this part. Okay, because I can't do that right now. So this part I'm working, the black fabric here is crepe, and the other part is the Ankara fabric, that's African print, and crepe stretches. So you have to use a stitch so that it will give you that stability. Okay, so that is why adding a stitch to your crepe is very important. So this part is the center back. I'll place this way, stitch as well with an half-inch. Okay, so My center back, guys, what I did when I was using my pattern to transfer it to the crepe fabric, I had to reduce 1 inch into fold half inch. On fold, I subtracted 1 inch because it stretches, and the worst was I didn't use air stay. Okay, so I have to reduce so that it won't be that bogus. It should also be fitted. Okay, so this is it. So I'm done with my center back. Okay, so this is the overlapping part, the front panel. So I have to introduce the left side seam of our back panel. If you are confused, introduce it this way. Pin. Okay, with an half inch. If possible, mark your seam line. You can see. So make sure you pin because inseam, so everything aligns with each other when you are through. So this is this. I will take my machine, stitch an half inch. Okay. So here we are. We are done joining our main bodies. Okay. You can see. So this crepe part is optional, as I said earlier. So if you decide to use crepe or throw, or depending on your preference. So my color, I use the crepe, that is a black fabric. My sleeve, the hemline, I use the plain black as well. So all depend on your preference, guys. So make sure you iron. I can't do that right now. So we'll do the same to the lining part. Work with your seam allowance all around because it's inseam, so I won't have issues when fitting. Okay, so I will join it and show you guys. So I'm through. You can see I've added air stay on the crepe part, so I have to quickly unpin it. Okay, you know I pin the shoulder part, so I have to unpin it. So this is it. So I will take it to my sewing machine to join my shoulder line. Okay, with half inch because I added half inch as my seam allowance, so that's what I should stitch with. So I'll add it this way, as you can see. Show you guys the same to the lining part. So you can see what I was telling you guys. The center front, I added stay there. You decide to use collar if you want it pointy. So I just want it last, so I will join as well. So guys can see we are through. It's time to join it now. It's right side facing the right side. To pin, remember the center front is 4 inches to the collar length. To pin, we stitch for that 4 inch that we notch round to the M part, but the M line will stop 3 inches before the M line. You know it's inseam for the M line. So I'm done stitching it. See the 4 inches I mentioned to the M part. I stopped about 8 inches for the M part because I need to join the M line. So it's also right side facing the right side of your lining. That is the right side of your fabric facing the left side of your lining. Okay. So you place it this way to stitch to this center front. That is center front to center front. But make sure you check each that line. You know is inseam. So everything has to meet with each other. So I place and sew and show you guys. So guys, you can see I'm through. Is to complete this other part, which I said 1 inch shorter, which is our lining, to where we stopped. You can see it. Okay, on the other part as well. That is the other center front. We are doing not because it's inseam. Yeah, that is seamless sewing. So you pin to stitch to meet this part. The same on this other part. So 1 inch in. My lining is 1 inch shorter. If you decide to work with half inch, you pin this way to stitch as well. I'll show you guys. So let me do that. So guys, we are through. Sorry, you can see I didn't add any stay to my line. I said that before. Make sure you add stay. Okay. Let me flip it to the right side before we continue because you had to cross check. So my sleeve, I didn't work with my seam as my sleeve part. I just joined it separate. Okay, 'cause I didn't add lining to it. So if I've added line, I would have done the same thing. So say the 1 inch shorter, I need to iron it. So when iron it, I work with a client, guys. Make sure you add hemming gum at the hem line and iron it to last very well. Just trying to bring them out. Sorry, camera couldn't capture that part. It's the collar part. Okay. So trying to bring them out. Make sure you iron. Don't be like me. So the sleeve part is not an easy because I need add lining to it. Okay. So I just join my sleeve separate. You can see how beautiful it is already. See? So this part kissing the other part on the waistline. So remember the collar, the overlapping is direct to the bust line. If not, if you have not watched the drafting, just click on the link below. So these actually came out very beautiful, guys. Camera they didn't favor, yeah, told. So this is it. So now I'm sure to flip it to notch. Yes, you have to notch. So notch this part, trim out all the unwanted parts. So by the time I iron it will relax very well. I did all this without ironing. So notch everywhere. So this other part as well, still have to notch it as well. Why not? You have to be very careful. Okay. So trim out any wanted parts. So at the time of iron it will last very well. So notch, that is it. So to the right side, and please, if anything interesting, like, comment, please share. And if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe. Okay. I love you all. Okay. God bless you all. So flip this, the collar that is overlapping part. Be careful while doing it with scissors, please. I advise you don't use scissors to work on this part, okay? So you have to be very careful so you won't punch your collar. So this is it. Just trying to arrange it. So this overlapping part, you can see. So the part that is overlapping on the upper part, okay, is not the part that will be overlapping at the end part. I'm just trying to adjust it very well. Okay, so that I won't stitch on my lining. I must pin. So if you are also interested learning how to cut and sew a lapel jacket, just click on the link below. So this tutorial is not inseam all around. Just the body is the inseam, not the sleeve. So that's why I'm trying to pin it well so I won't sew on my lining. But that lapel jacket is inseam all around. Okay, just click on the link below. So I have to pin to top stitch so that we can work on our collar. Okay. So guys, you can see I'm done top stitching on my neck line. Okay, you can see. So the next thing to do is to find the measurement, the length. We need to work on our collar. So I'm just trying to adjust. You place it here. The 4 inches, that is the 4 inches I stopped on the collar part. Measure it very well. Do not add, do not subtract. So you can see what I have. You can see it's 14 inches. Transfer it and show you guys. So this collar, guys, is not collar with stand. Yes. Just collar without stand. Just the collar height. let me use the word collar height. You can see just 14 inches. Just create the pointy part to your desired length, but advise you work with the 4 inches so it will blend very well. So this is it. So I'll transfer it to the fabric and show you guys. So guys, I'm done transferring to our fabric. You can see I added just a stay. I only top stitch that part that's going to serve as our seam allowance. So I place it on each other, right side facing right side, sew all round as well. So I'm done. So I'll remove the pins. Make sure you notch. Get rid of this part. Okay, notch. Take it to ironing table. Give it a very nice press. Okay, I'll show you guys. So trim all these parts that are not needed. Trim it. So there is no stand here. It's just a collar height. That's what we have here. Okay. So flip it to the right side this way. Using my pencil to do that. Flip it. So it will relax very well. So iron. So guys, we are through. So it's time to fix our collar. So you pin on this part. Okay, where we stopped. Pin to this part. Okay, but it's just 14 inches length. Pin. Yeah. Patiently pin it, guys. So as I said earlier, if you are working with crepe, you must add hairstay to it. You can see my collar part, so it won't be that stretchy. You know, hairstay gives it stability to just last there. Okay, so you won't stress while stitching. So I will stitch, flip it like this to top stitch as well. You can see. Let me take it to my machine. Stitch with that part I pin and show you guys. So guys, you can see how neat it is. So it's time to top stitch. Just place it this way. Place it this way. This way. Top stitch to the ending and show you guys. So guys, we are through. See how beautiful it is. So the overlapping part, the upper overlapping part, let me use the word. Yes, because the upper part with the overlapping part is not the overlapping part at the hemline. So if you decide to work with just jackets, okay, mine is gone, and this came out very well, guys. So overlapping this part, just arranging it properly for better view. Excuse me. So this end part. So when we are through, we'll be creating buttonholes. So the button as well is optional, okay? So from my waist to my hemline, what I did is this, guys. I just top stitch, that is the plain crepe part, the black fabric part. I just top stitch on that part and just placed the button. So the buttons there are just for fancy, okay? So I didn't create buttonholes, okay, on the hem part, that is from the waist to the hem part. Trying to bring out my lining, okay, because it's princess cut, you have to make sure everything aligns with each other, okay? So like what I said earlier, guys, this part is just for fancy, okay, but the upper part I will create my button holes, okay? So that is it. So please, if you find this interesting, like, comment, share, okay, to help this channel to grow, please. So this is it. You can see how beautiful it is. You can see how neat it is as well. So I have to adjust it. The spacing is optional as well. Yes. Yes. So this is it. So I had to introduce my sleeve part, take it to my machine, fix my sleeve. Okay, just my basic sleeve. But I created slit, a mini slit at the M line of my sleeve. Yes, so I use the plain fabric on that part. So the sleeve part is optional as well. Okay, so guys, that is all for this tutorial. Okay, fix your sleeve. Let me move my buttons, take the sewing machine, fix my sleeve, and show you guys. So here we are. You can see how beautiful it is. So I love you all. Please find it interesting. Like, comment, share. Okay. God bless you all. Bye for now.